Welcome to Tile Talk with Christina, Elizabeth, and Marshall.
Your go-to podcast for all things Mahjong. We are going to deep dive into all things Mahjong.
Let's go. Roll the dice.
That's right.
Welcome back to Tile Talk, episode 11.
Episode 11.
I know. We got a fun one today, guys.
Yeah, we
Hey,
do.
Marsh. How you doing?
Good.
Awesome. All right. Well, what are we talking about today, Christina?
We're talking about playing Mahjong for moolah.
Oh, yeah.
We are going to play for some money. We're talking about raising the stakes, putting some skin in the game. We're ready to make it interesting, and I'm going to risk it for the biscuit, baby.
Hell yes. My husband, I think this is the episode he is most excited about. He's been asking me when we can play for money since I taught him how to play. So he is jazzed. I'm jazzed.
I'm jazzed.
We've dabbled.
I'm jazzed.
We've dabbled. I'm hooked. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's got the gambling itch.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
bring your change purses. We are playing for money.
That's right.
How to do it, what it's like, and how it changes your game.
And it does.
It does.
Yeah. It's very cool.
All right.
All right, good stuff. How's everybody doing?
Oh man, I really haven't seen you in so long.
It's crazy.
I miss you. I've become a little bit too attached, I think.
Same.
I'm having withdrawals.
I know. Thank goodness for our little text group that we have.
I know. Seriously.
I know.
I know.
Well,
But we all want to hear about
Elizabeth's
you.
been at the beach a lot.
Yada, yada, yada. I've been at the beach, fun in the sun.
Beach,
we had
lake.
a great wedding. We had a great cousins week. It was awesome. But I really want to hear about Italy.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Okay. Well, Italy was beautiful. We spent about 5 days in Rome and then 5 days in Florence, and we did everything. My lovely father-in-law took all three of his sons and their families. So my daughter came and had her cousins, and it was, we saw and ate everything, drank all the wine. We did vineyards. We did all the museums. We did day trips out to Pompeii and Siena, San Gimignano. I'm almost still trying to recap it all, and I can't believe all that planning and everything took all that time, and you blink and I'm already home.
Right.
And it's kind of heartbreaking. I can't wait to go back. I know where I'm going and what I'm doing next time.
Awesome. The pictures of Violet looked amazing.
Oh,
Yeah.
she
I
loved
mean,
it.
what
I
an
gotta
experience
say,
for her.
one of my favorite parts of the whole, and I'm a big history person and art person, so all that was great. But one of my favorite things about the whole trip is watching Violet order gelato. We ordered a lot of gelato, and her favorite flavors are strawberry or mint chocolate chip. So she learned strawberry, which is fragola. So she would order fragola. But if she wanted mint chocolate chip, excuse my accent, but usually the server would say, "Oh, what flavor, miss?" And she'd say, "Mint chocolate chip."
Yes.
And it took everything in me not to make a face or react, because I knew once I did, she would stop doing it. And sure enough, she did it so many times.
Oh,
That's awesome.
And I'd be like, good job, you did it,
That's amazing.
And it just every
sweet
time.
girl.
And I wish I'd had my phone out at the right time or something, but I always just barely made it to catch her say it.
so
But
precious.
I will remember that.
Oh,
my
give that
whole
girl
life.
all the
That's
mint
awesome.
chocolate chip gelato.
Yeah, I brought you guys some gifts.
No way.
Oh.
Yeah. Nothing too big, There's not a lot of room back in the carry-ons. I brought a lot of pasta and oil and wines home.
Yes.
But you each got a little gifty.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Christina.
Yeah, a
I
little
love the
little taste.
Italia wrapping. Ooh, Marshall, look, this is so cool. Oh my
Ooh.
gosh. Risotto al limone.
Linguini
Yes.
al tartufo.
Firenze.
Yes,
This
Wow.
is amazing. Oh my gosh.
Firenze.
My mom's going to try and
Oh,
steal
I
it.
ate the
Limoncello.
best pasta and the best
Oh my
rice
gosh.
and
Oh, limoncello.
limoncello.
Oh.
You gotta have limoncello.
Oh my gosh, I
This is
love
really
limoncello.
cool. I
I
love
haven't
it.
had that in forever.
Comes
Yes.
with the wooden spoon.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
girl.
you're
That's
welcome.
amazing.
Thank
How fun.
Just a little taste for you, Elizabeth. I know you're going in the fall, so.
Yes, my mother and I are going, so I need all your pro tips.
Oh, I have all the tips. We'll be in the same area. You'll be in
Yeah.
Tuscany. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll have to give you some places that I recommend. We ate very well.
Oh my
Very
gosh. I'm really looking forward to
Yeah.
it. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for filling us in on that.
Of course.
Marshall, what's going on with you?
Whew, we're wheeling and dealing right now. My wife, 35 weeks pregnant, so we're just
he is
buttoning down the hatches.
It is a hot time of year to be
Yes.
35 weeks pregnant.
So,
wow.
we got 3-year-old, 2-year-old, one on the way. So, Maud's in different camps. Louise is just, she's a little bit of a terror. She is like, she can fight Maud now. And
She can fight Maud.
This
better not
morning,
fight Maud.
I was getting him dressed, and Louise has like a magnifying glass, and she's just like sitting over her sister, and she's just going like, she holds it back, and Maud is like, it's like, no, don't hit. And Louise is like, and she'll like put it down, and I was like, ladies, stop. They're like two boxers that like go in, tussle. I separate them. I'm like, no, you go over there, and then they're just right back at it. And then they're gonna be playing. They're playing for
1
5
minute.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
And then it's that's
Oh
what's happening right now.
I feel you. I have 3 sons, and the struggle is real.
Yes.
The struggle is real. I've got no real tips for you. I'll try to think, but it's
just
that's how it is.
Keep them safe as much as you can.
Exactly.
We're about to add one more to the ring.
Yes,
So
I know.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of hitting me hard. I'm like, oh, we're about to go right back into the
out of man coverage.
Of newborn especially, and I don't think I've gotten good sleep in like 3 years.
Yeah.
I'm literally just like stages.
I hear the third is always just joining the pack, has to roll with the punches.
That was my best sleeper for sure. So
really?
I hope you really get luck out on that.
Yeah.
He was. You just kind of have to, like we've got other things going on. You got to figure this out, dude. Yeah, it's not all about you.
Yeah, hold your brother's hand. Let's go.
Yeah. Last thing I don't know why I always do this right before we're about to have a kid, but I take on like a big backyard project. Like for Maud, it was like doing garden beds in a garden, and Aiden's like, why the hell are you focusing on this when we're about to have, and I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're finishing up.
Sounds like Mark.
We're finishing up a back patio, which looks really good. So they were out there laying the bricks today. So I can't really enjoy it right now in the middle of summer.
I know, but you will be so glad you did it when
come the fall,
and everybody's able to enjoy it. It's going to be lovely.
Yes. So very excited.
We'll play Mahjong out there with you once we teach you.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
That'd be awesome.
Awesome. All right.
I'll show Maud a few pointers.
Yes.
Or she'll show you. Yeah,
Boxing
you don't know.
pointers.
All right. Well, let's jump into the tablescape today.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Perfect.
Do you want to tell us about the mats and the tiles and all we got
So
going on?
I'll start with the tiles. I was really kind of on a mission to get a classic set of tiles that I really liked. Maybe something that was a little bit different than the plain classic tile, but still had all the elements I wanted. Something that was really neutral and could go with any mat, really. And so I wanted it to not have a colored back. And I chose these from, they're called the Ivory Ridge from Yellow Mountain. And I love them because it's completely ivory, but on the back side, they have these little sort of stripes on them that look like ridges. So it's got this little extra element. It's special. It sets them apart from other classic tiles. But the front is just beautiful and classic, and it's got the ivory. It's not the crisp white. And I'm obsessed with them. I'm really glad that I made this purchase, and they're like $160. Yellow Mountain is very reasonable, and the quality is great. So I know that I'm going to be pairing them with my Florida State mat.
Oh, yes.
I may be teaching on them. Like I said, I wanted to implement more traditional tiles in my teaching and things like that. So this is my fun new purchase. I've made a few purchases lately. This is the first one to arrive. So I'll keep them coming.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Well, I know that you might not be able to see the ridges online as well, but they really do. The sheen in real life, they really do.
Yeah.
It really stands out. It looks cool.
It
I like
gives
them a lot.
them a little something extra. I love them. I'm obsessed.
Nice.
Okay. I've paired them with the Liberty mat by My Mahjong, and I've got my tortoise racks. I've got some new racks coming. I'm excited about. I don't know if they will be any competition for my Miss Mahjong pearlescent racks, but
it was hard for you to diverge from those today again.
It was. I wanted to use them, but I like these two. I like these two.
I do too.
And just so you know, I mean, we've got like the rainbow colored racks. We've got the ivory racks. We've got the clear racks. We've got the wooden racks. We've got so many, but I like what I like.
That's right.
So, you know.
We should do like a user submission, like beat my rack,
Oh,
and see some of the best racks out there in terms
Yeah. And
I'm always interested in a good rack.
of. Well, that's been the heavy hitter this entire time. You know?
This is not my favorite tablescape combination. I think when I get the new racks in, I'd like to try this combo again.
It's fun.
Yeah. So
it's kind of fun to go back and look and see all the ones we've done too.
I know.
love it. We should
is.
have like a little montage of like
Put together a little catalog too. Yeah.
Calendar.
Ooh.
I got to tell you, when I'm picking
Sexy
them out,
firefighter.
I have to go back and look at what we've already done because
Yeah.
we have so many options and I don't really want to reuse stuff. But if you pair it with something different, it gives it a whole new vibe.
I know.
So,
Change the tablecloth
I'm
and it's
not
a-
buying a new mat for every episode,
No.
but yeah, you'll see some on repeat for sure.
For sure.
It's fun to mix them up.
Quick question: how are the sales going out of the trunk of your car for the?
Excellent.
Oh, really?
Do you have any left?
Yes, I do have a few left, and that is because I'm only taking like 2 with me to league at a time.
So we're talking about the custom mats for Florida Gators and Florida State University.
Yes.
That Christina is
Yes,
honking.
and we'll link them. We'll
Trapping
link them
them.
below. They're really
Selling
cool.
CDs.
But yeah, I'm probably gonna need more.
Yeah, I think so too. They're really great.
They're excellent.
That's
the art
awesome.
is so good on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, for today's flowers, we're back to hydrangeas. They're really peak season right now, and I might get an umbrella to put in my yard because I'm really worried that they're gonna get burned to death now, and that's getting so hot. But these, what I have today, are kind of the first ones that came out in the spring. So they're now they're kind of on the end of their ropes, but I love this coloration. It's when the blues and the greens start kind of turning pink and they kind of start losing their color. So it's more of a green and it gets more muted.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. And if you cut them now and put them in a jar of water and just have them in a vase, you can display them until it drinks all of that water. Then put it in a dark place and they will dry and stay. And I have some. Where did I put them?
So okay,
I'll show them. I'll show a picture of the dried
Yes,
ones.
they're here somewhere.
Yeah, but it's
find
really
them.
easy to do. And if not, they're just going to die and turn completely brown on your bush. So
Yeah,
And
exactly.
It looks really good. They look full and beautiful when they're
Yeah,
dried out.
totally. I know.
They've lost their color, but they look luscious at the same time. So I'm definitely going to try that because every time I buy hydrangeas, I mean, they just end up like wilting and looking so sad.
yeah, and it gets me my hydrangea fix during the winter months.
Yeah,
I can you can buy them fresh at Publix.
So let me ask you this: how long do they bloom on the bush?
Different ones do different
Like
different
one
times.
bloom, for example.
Ooh, it can- on
do
the
they come
bush.
and go repeatedly, or
Yes,
does one
they
bloom
will,
stay for a
most
long
of them
time?
will keep blooming through the summer. Some are later,
So
some
just
are earlier.
repeated new blooms.
Yes,
Okay.
but the ones that have already bloomed will die down and die off. So you kind of want to cut, and as you cut them, it kind of helps
Regenerate
Yeah,
more.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll have blooms all
I
through the
love
summer,
that.
but these I'm going to dry and hopefully have through the winter.
I love that.
Can you start a hydrangea bush from a
No,
like you can't propagate it?
I don't think so. I've not tried that. I
Yeah.
don't think so. It's not a root. No,
Yeah.
I don't know.
makes
Interesting.
sense.
I'll look into that, but I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Okay. I think
All
you're
right,
right.
My favorite part. What are we drinking?
Oh my God, yes.
Looks good.
Forbidden sour.
It's a forbidden sour from Hayward House.
Yes.
Okay, Matt introduced me to this at League last week. We're currently playing League at Hayward House over the summer. It's such a smash. We're there every Wednesday in June and July, and we're having the best freaking summer. I missed it so much while I was in Italy, but I'm back, baby.
They held down the fort for you pretty good.
Yeah, they did, man. My girls kicked butt. Shout out to Allison and Tassie. Love you guys. Okay, so Matt was like, try this drink. You've never tried this? You
He's
like
never
bourbon.
led us astray. So.
And I tried it and I was like, what have I been doing? Of course, I've been doing the Rascalliard. I mean, that's my go-to when I'm there. And a few other things, but I found the new one. This is freaking it. And I don't think I ever ordered it or even looked twice at it on the menu because it mentions that it has bourbon and lemon. And I don't usually like that combo. So the Forbidden Sour, it's Old Soul bourbon, pomegranate, lemon, and some simple syrup. The lemon threw me off. What a mistake. What a mistake. I'm so mad at myself.
I'm glad you're here to admit your mistakes. That's
I
good.
already took a
big.
sip. So
Let's
you guys
go.
need to catch up.
Let's do it.
Cheers. Oh my God. That's really good. That's
Ooh,
a
that's
that's
good.
a bourbon Elizabeth
Yeah.
can drink.
That's a great summer drink too.
It is.
Holy Moses.
Cool.
I mean, that's
refreshing.
a summer bourbon.
Yeah.
Wow. Mm-hmm. That is delicious.
Let me tell
Guys,
you.
go try this. Go try this.
Okay, so
It's
new
fantastic.
favorite, and
Yeah.
I am not exaggerating. Like I am
No.
not pumping you full of smoke.
And I
or
usually
hot
do
air.
not really care for bourbon, and this is
It's-
delightful.
Phenom. So highly recommend.
Thank
Thank you,
you,
Hayward
Hayward
House.
House.
We'll put the recipe up so you can make it at home if you don't live in Tallahassee. If you
Yes.
do live in Tallahassee, go get a classic one first, an original at Hayward House, and then if you become addicted like I probably will, you might have to start making them at home or you'll go
right.
broke. We'll see.
All right, you
All
ready
right.
to dive into what's blowing?
What's blowing in the wind? I'm excited about this one. So,
Okay, this is answering so many questions.
right. A few of you have reached out, and yes, we saw it. We know. Remember, gosh, we should have figured out which episode it was exactly, but a few episodes back,
Oh yeah.
we talked about the post on Mahjong That's It. The very cryptic 48 post. And everyone was guessing what the 48 meant, what it was all about. We figured it out. Okay. Jan from Mahjong That's It is playing Mahjong for 48 hours to break the Guinness World Record and raise money for hunger relief and Alzheimer's advocacy.
That's amazing.
That's
so cool.
really freaking cool.
awesome.
They
know.
reached out to us too. We talked to them a little bit. Listen, I'm so excited about this.
Yes.
It's in Summerville, South Carolina.
Everything cool happens in South Carolina.
Okay.
Seems. I just gonna say.
All right, so far you're right. The date is coming up. It's June 28th through 30th, beginning at noon. So noon, June 28th to noon, June 30th. Who is playing? We have 4 players. We have Jan Egri from Mahjong That's It. She's one of the administrators. She's also director and co-owner of the Mother of All Dragons tournaments, which are fantastic. We have Jennifer Clayton. She is the co-owner of Mah Jongg Fever. Nancy Zutter. She is founder of Cane Bay Mahjong in South Carolina and an instructor in the Mahj Life Instructor Guild, who we know is Michele Frizzell. The 4th player, she is founder of Mahj Life. Okay.
Yes.
So I'm really excited about this whole breaking the Guinness World Record thing. I love that there is a Mahjong record to break.
Amazing.
This is really exciting, and they're obviously doing this for other good causes as well. But I really wanted to hear about the requirements needed to
Right.
break the record. So this is officially sanctioned by the Guinness World Record. And so tell me basically what the requirements are.
Right.
Elizabeth.
So it has to be precise, documented, and all this independent verification and stuff. So, all right.
Yeah.
So per their website, this is what has to be done for them to achieve the record. So continuous gameplay with a 4-member team for 48 hours, 2 independent witnesses present at all times, 2 qualified timekeepers present at all times, witnesses and timekeepers rotating in 4-hour shifts requiring multiple volunteer teams to maintain compliance, and detailed written statements from all witnesses and timekeepers.
Serious.
They're freaking serious.
Yeah.
A maintained logbook documenting the full attempt and and complete video documentation, which I find really, Marshall has inside knowledge. for
Yeah,
this, with
Marshall?
especially the video
Yes.
stuff. This is so fascinating. Tell us what you know.
Yeah.
Yes. So I know the video producer, Casey O'Farrell, who's going to be recording this whole thing. And it's pretty fascinating. We're in a group together. Shout out the Rad Pad, just kind of local national video producers. And we all kind of just collaborate on different things. And
I love that.
Amazing.
he's, putting together a stream or a recording of this caliber, 48 hours. I mean, you got to think about a lot of different factors. You got to think about batteries, media, staff, rotations, keeping people fresh.
Right. The staff you were
so-
talking about sounded
Yeah.
crazy.
I mean, you got overnight
I'm
shifts.
guessing
you
there's
got,
no editing on this 20 whatever
Well, and it's gotta be
required
continuous.
required
It's
by
gotta be
the Guinness,
continuous.
No
right?
break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Don't let
so-
a camera go down. They'll be
Don't let a camera
Yeah.
go down. You got to
Have
have
a
enough
backup.
media. Exactly.
Yeah.
Overheating cameras, all this stuff. So many factors. So shout out to him and his team.
Very cool.
Very excited to see this come to life, and obviously for an incredible cause.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I tell you what, If I was playing for 48 hours to break the record, and 48 hours, y'all, I count down to bedtime. I can't imagine.
Yeah, I did dance marathon in college.
Hours.
Yeah, no way I'm doing that again.
Yeah,
I think that was only 24.
And then I found out that like the camera, you know, died. If I found out that like it wasn't going to work due to a technical issue, not through the effort that I made, and not my own failure, I would just die. That would be rough. So I can imagine the pressure.
Yes.
That's fun though.
Yeah,
I'd love a follow up on how he felt it went after they're done.
Yeah.
You know, and like the whole thing,
that would
like,
be cool.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah, we'd love to talk to him.
Yeah, potential interview of,
cool. That's going on this weekend.
Yeah, I love that. If you want more information, if you can attend, you can watch it through the correspondence that will be there. You can donate to their causes, but all of this information is on mahjlife.com. MAHJLIFE, mahjlife.com. Very exciting though. And thank you to everyone who reached out. Once you figured out what the 48 was about, we had been
we
kind
were
of
way off.
searching
Let's be real.
and
someone was in Italy.
it took forever to
Someone was at
figure
the
it out.
beach.
Somebody was at the beach.
I'm sorry. It's summer.
I'm glad that we figured it out though and closed that loop.
Yes.
You know, because I had kind of forgotten about it. And I was like, the big mystery.
Yeah. So that was exciting. Okay. Second thing I want to talk about is I finally got this book in. I pre-ordered it. It's so cute and I love it. It's called Mahj and Mix, The Little Book of American Mahjong and Crafted Cocktails. It's by Megan Sinclair Osmundson. And I mean, it is, look at all that pink. You know I love that. But look at these beautiful,
bourbon right
there's
there.
full of beautiful cocktails.
Wow.
There's a lot of Mahjong in there. I can't wait to dive in. I mean, it arrived yesterday. How good is that timing?
That's amazing.
And I love a new book. So I'm going to dive in. I'm going to give you guys all the feedback on this guy once I'm able to dissect it.
Nice.
And pick out all the
cute.
drinks I want to make.
Yeah, do we need to test every single drink?
We're going to
Is
test
that-
every
okay.
drink for you. Yeah, in one day. It's a marathon.
Hey, I can stream it. That'd
Hey,
be
we
fun.
can break a record. There you go. Yeah.
Have our own Mahjong record.
Yeah. So,
Drunk Mahjong. See how long they can last.
Oh my God.
So shout out to Osmundson.
That's beautiful.
I'm
It's a
so
great
excited
size.
to get the book.
I like the
and
size. It's a great bar.
Yeah.
A bar size book.
Yes.
It is a great book.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the size too. Okay.
Okay, I have a bit of an announcement as
Okay,
well.
very cool.
Today.
Tell us.
Well, we have a great friend from New Orleans, Emily, and she has started this little cute business. And I first got they are chains for your eyewear glasses, and she sent us some last week that are Mahjong inspired.
You
And
guys.
it's Rogue Nola.
Where did mine go?
Y'all, they're
snap.
so fun.
no.
Check it
Okay.
out. I mean, how
Okay.
fun.
That's cool.
And she has all cute ones. It's not just Mahjong. She's got like, I have a turtle
So these
one.
are beaded, colorful
Yes.
eyeglass chains. And these have little Mahjong tiles on them. And they're beautiful. And they're so well made. The quality is so
Yes,
good.
yeah.
But yeah, to wear them for the summer, absolutely. But also the reading glasses when you're playing Mahj.
Exactly.
I know you ladies like to pull out those reading glasses.
They do.
But these are just
I don't need them. I
freaking
can't see.
cute. It's jewelry for your face. It's right
It
there.
is. It's so
But
cute.
I have some of her other ones too. I bought
too.
some for Violet and I, and they're beautiful.
Yeah. And
They're-
I lose things constantly.
when I tell you guys the
This is what I
quality
needed to stay on myself.
on these
Yes.
is just gorgeous. Honestly, I originally ordered to be supportive. I thought they were cute, but I was like, I'm not sure if it's something I'll use, but let me check them out. I love them.
Same.
I love them.
Mine
Every
have
time she
turtles
posts
on my sunglass ones, and
yes, I have
love them.
hearts, and Violet has beaded flowers. And they're more beautiful in person.
Yes,
so
they're
Emily,
it's Rogue Nola. They're on Instagram. We'll definitely have the link available,
I mean,
but
just-
super cute. And she's got really clever stuff. She just came out with a Blue Angels set.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's so clever.
yes, but you know,
That's cool.
she's in New
Yeah.
Orleans. She's very creative.
Oh, she has a partner too. It's not just
yes.
Emily. But
Oh,
yeah.
yes, absolutely. But we learned of it through Emily,
Yes.
and you know, I just love to see my friends doing beautiful things, and I wish I could create like that. They're just lovely.
Girl,
and
this
I-
is
the
the
You
fact
can
that
do
you're
it.
doing
We're
it.
already
We're
doing
doing
it.
it. This is you.
yeah,
Yeah.
I mean,
Everybody has their gifts, and
Good job. Okay, so where do they find them?
On Instagram. Everything is through Instagram. It's Rogue Nola. We'll have the link.
How do you spell Rogue Nola?
Oh God.
Okay, I wrote it down.
I have it down
it's
too.
REAUXG. Rogue Nola. NOLA. Okay. Definitely find her on Etsy, right?
Yes, and we have a promo code and a we'll have all the links in the bio
Wonderful.
below. Yeah.
Great. What's our promo code? Do you know?
I don't know. She's going to email it to me. I'll put it in there. Yeah.
Beautiful. Thank you, Emily.
Yay.
They're so beautiful.
Super fun.
Wow. Love them. Good job.
Sorry, my phone's going off. Hold on.
Oh, okay. You gave me a look. Something's
my
happening.
thing is vibrating.
Yeah.
To follow that up, I think we we've gotten some comments about, manly minute maybe going just a touch too long.
I don't know.
But there's something very manly going on in the world right now that
a lot of manly stuff.
So, what do you guys think about setting Marshall a timer?
A minute or
Okay.
minute 30? What do we got? I can talk fast now.
All right, let's see
what you can fit into a
Okay.
minute.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, you
I'm
tell me
gonna hold on.
Let's take a sip.
I'm going to start a timer. Beep, beep, beep. Wait, which one do I use? Stopwatch or no? I'm doing a timer. Okay.
Are you eating? Is this eating into my minute?
No.
Okay.
No, you'll start fresh. It's cool.
Okay, are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right.
Steady.
Go.
Okay. World Cup. That's the big one.
Hell
Oh,
yeah.
that's a good one.
USA looking amazing. We won our group, so we're gonna go on through to the knockout stage.
Yes.
We didn't have our star player Pulisic, which I guess we didn't even need him. But things are looking pretty damn good for us right now. We got a really favorable draw in potentially the knockout stage, and then if we make it past that, it's also looking really good. So very excited
Strong
for that.
start.
The Tartan Army, the Scottish fans in Boston, that's been like
that story.
That's
I am
given me
enjoying
hope.
watching all the social media of the tourists coming in for this
Yeah.
World Cup. It is, you guys, if you haven't, go to your TikTok or Instagram and search World Cup tourists, and it's the most heartwarming,
amazing.
hilarious.
Traveling home with like 18 packs of ranch.
Oh,
Yeah,
the TSA.
and they go to a Buc-ee's. They're like, "Holy shit, what is this place?" They're like,
know.
"Are you a supermarket? Are you
yeah.
a gas station?"
Oh, yeah,
It's,
absolutely.
Just heaven.
Oh my
Is
gosh,
that-
you're
is that my
kidding.
minute?
That was a minute.
Well, you took most of that, so that
Okay,
doesn't
you're
even
right.
count.
We're gonna move. We're gonna keep going. One of my favorites that I found was the Frenchman who says he would give his left croissant or his left
yes.
croissant for a Texas brisket.
Yeah.
And I was like, my French accent is terrible, but I died laughing. Oh my gosh, he was so funny.
You sent me that one.
Yeah, they were trying to hook him up with like a big F-350 diesel truck and like get him a house with a pool. He's like, "What am I gonna do with the F-350?" He's like, "I don't even know how to drive that thing."
It's hilarious, but I'm enjoying it so much.
Yes, the best thing I've seen is like an analogy of it's like, hey, this is similar to like a cousin sleepover. All the cousins are getting together and they're
Yeah.
like, hey, our parents are kind of bickering, all that. And, we don't really need them. We're just having a big cousin sleepover and everybody's getting together. And
love that.
it's so
That's
much
funny.
fun.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's been the big one. But
Yeah.
that's it on my end for the
I know.
manly
Well, with
minute.
all the
Awesome.
negative stuff in the media, it's nice to see positive feedback on our country.
Yes.
And embracing of all culture to culture,
Yeah.
engagement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how that's such a great
I do.
thing.
I love.
Our
I
team's
always
looking
love
pretty
to see
damn
that.
good.
I know, and we're
on the 250th anniversary.
Love it. Go USA.
I mean, listen, the story's kind of writing itself.
That's right. That's
Why not
right.
us? Let's do it.
Absolutely. All right.
All right. Well, we are now ready to get into the beefy beef.
Money.
Yeah. The cheddar.
The cheddar.
We're getting into
All
the
right.
cheddar.
Take it away, Christina.
Okay, we're playing for moolah, honey.
Yeah, man.
The first question is how? How do we play for money? And honestly, I don't know why we waited so long to do this.
I don't either because it is so fun.
It is a lot of fun. And sometimes, I read the rules on it and everything, and I was like, oh, that just sounds like more rules. I just want to play. And it's for what, 25 cents? What's the point of that? It just didn't seem, it wasn't captivating. I was like, I'm going to need a little more incentive to do that. I'm angry with myself because we did it and it was so much fun. So first I'm going to go into the rules, and we're talking the National Mahjong League rules for playing with money. And you know what? This game was meant to be played
And you can tell.
for money. You can tell so many of the rules seem to click and make sense now. A lot of strategy makes more sense. So yeah, I hope you enjoy this. I hope you give it a shot. Let's get into it. How do you play for money? So when there is a winner, the first thing you're going to ask is whether the win was a self-pick or if it was won on a discard. That makes a big difference. So say it's a self-pick, then all players pay double. If you win and you choose your tile from the wall and say Mahjong, every player is going to pay you double. So that is a perk. You want to draw your own tile for your win. If you're playing and you win on a discard, someone else's discard, all players just play the value that the hand is given, which is to the right of the hand on the card. And however, the discarder is penalized. They pay you double. So you're going to make more money picking your own tile from the wall. However, I would say it's still a good idea to win on a discard. Just if you're going to win, get the win, period. Yeah. But know that if you are the discarder, you are penalized for that. So you want to play a lot more strategically. Yep. Okay. The next question you're going to ask is, okay, I won. It was self-picked from the wall. Do I have jokers in my hand? If you have no jokers, then all players actually pay 4 times the value. So if it's self-picked and you have jokers, everybody pays you double. If it's self-picked and you have no jokers, everyone pays you 4 times the value of that hand.
Big baller.
Yeah, that's big.
That's
big. The goal, baby.
Wow.
If you win on a discard, you call for somebody's discard, say Mahjong, everyone is going to pay you value. The discarder pays you double. However, if you win on a discard with no jokers, everybody is going to pay you double, and discarder will pay you 4 times. Okay.
So watch those discards, ladies.
Yes.
And gents.
No jokers on a discard is still very valuable. All players pay you twice. Discarder 4 times. Okay. That's a lot. I'm going to give you some examples to clarify because I know it's a lot, right?
Yes. And we can never, yes.
If you want to get your card out, you can do that. But I'm going to give an example with the very first hand on the 2026 card, and that's in the 2026 section. We've got the 2s, the 0s, and then in another suit, 2s and 6s. So say I draw a 6 and I call Mahjong. I've used jokers. All players are going to pay me double the value of the line. Say I draw a 6 and call Mahjong, but I have no jokers. All players are going to pay me 4 times the value of that hand. And so that's your goal, right? Right. You draw your own, you have no jokers, everyone pays you 4 times. All right, say Elizabeth discards a 6 and I hold for Mahjong and I have jokers.
Oh no.
All players are going to pay me the value, are going to pay me the value, and Elizabeth will pay me double. She is penalized.
Wah, wah.
Yeah. Say Elizabeth discards a 6. I hold for Mahj, but I have no jokers. Everyone else just pays double because I've got the no jokers, but the discarder is going to pay me 4 times the value.
All the money.
Yes. So it's kind of, I feel like that part was holding. I was like, I don't want to figure out every time. I think after you do it a few times, the calculating it, just like any other part of the game, it becomes second nature.
Yeah.
Yeah, super easy. Really it is. You look at what winning tile you wear, how you got your winning tile, and then if you have jokers. And it's really simple.
2 questions.
What I liked about it is there's no wagering. You just play the game and then you figure it out at the end. It's not like you're navigating the gambling throughout the gameplay.
Yeah.
But it does affect.
The 2 questions are, was it self-picked or discard? And do I have jokers? Here's kind of the exception. If you don't have jokers, but your line is, or your hand is from the singles and pairs section, You do not get paid extra for that. Those lines are already, the value is already built in.
Exactly.
Because those are the highest valued hands on the
And you would
card.
you can't use a joker with those anyway.
Right.
So that's why
so
the
you
value's
don't get
already
any
there.
extra. It's the value that it is. No jokers doesn't matter. Yeah. You wouldn't be using jokers anyway. So yeah, that's really the only exception. So your goals really are self-pick your winning tile if possible, or that's what you want anyway. And no jokers if possible. That is going to get you the big bucks.
Yep.
Right? Okay.
Oh, and also it's not if you ever had jokers in your exposed. It's if you at the end of the game, correct?
At the time of Mahjong.
Right.
That's right.
So if someone has traded you for a joker and you do have no jokers, that counts.
If somebody steals your joker,
Right.
and
Almost you want people to.
Ooh.
you
Yeah.
want people to take your joker. So we're going to get into that
Yeah.
a little bit because it changes the strategy,
Exactly.
right?
Yes.
Okay. Well, we had never played for money before, so I wanted to reach out naturally to the group Mahjong That's It and see if I could get a little bit of
Some pro
feedback
tips.
and some
Yeah.
pro tips. So I did. I posted and I asked what my friends and I would need to play for money for the first time and any advice that they would give me. They gave us some great information. Most recommended bringing $5 in change. I love those people who responded and they said bring $4 in quarters. 50 cents in dimes and 50 cents in nickels. And I think that worked perfectly, right?
Yes. For us it did.
yeah.
Any
so-
pennies?
No.
No pennies. So it's all in increments of
fives and-
five.
yeah.
So that worked really, really well. And of course, we got a lot of responses of people paying or playing for much higher stakes. Some people double it right off the bat. Some people do dollars. I think that's interesting. I think I could get excited for something like that. I think in the meantime, I still
wanna
want
practice with
I
this.
want to keep
Yeah.
practicing and playing with our $5 and change that we have. It was so much fun. And there's something exciting about sort of tangibly
Right.
being able to count your earnings.
Put
how
it in my
much
little coin satchel.
Seeing, yes, it's like a visual, tangible thing. Like, okay, this bag's a little heavier
Right.
than when
And
I got
also,
here.
I like you. I was like, oh, it's just chump change. Like, I don't think that's gonna be fun. It is. It
It
fun.
is.
And I also can see if you switch just doubling it, I could see, but going straight to dollars
That's high
almost takes
stakes.
it a little too like you're
That's
no
a
longer
lot.
in a friendly game. It's like
What's the what
well,
would
it'd be
the consequence-
$25 instead of 25 cents. You
Right.
know, and so
it's a big jump. We're not talking 250. We're not talking like, you know,
Damn.
I could really see where it'd be. I wouldn't want to play with my friends that way. I don't think. You know.
Yeah.
I would play
Yeah.
for big money, but not with my friends. I think it would get a little contentious
It could.
and
Yes.
change a little bit of the fun
Dynamic,
Yeah.
Yeah. And it was fun.
Right.
You're right. It was fun. And I think your
It was-
goal is more
yes.
like, how long can I keep working with this $5 before I have to refill my change purse? Or how big can I grow this change purse? You know what I
Well,
mean?
and didn't you say there were some women that were like, I've never had to refill my
yes.
change purse.
So
I got my $5
Yeah, I
out
love-
20 years ago, and I'm still rocking. You know,
That's
like
right. So some ladies are like, some ladies like to start with a certain amount for the year and keep track of that year specifically. But yeah, there was one commenter who was like, I filled this up 10 years ago and
Been riding it
never
ever
had
since.
been
Yeah.
riding it. And I was like, go girl. But I like that idea, kind of waiting to the end of the year and seeing where you land. Did you have to refill it?
Totally, yeah.
Come out positive or negative?
Yeah.
And that's just an exciting way. It's kind of like the trinkets. Do you like the
Right.
trinkets? It's
Yeah.
just a visual, tangible pile of your winnings. Like this is how much I won.
more
Look at this.
self-validation for you.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
is. But I like to see how wonderful I'm doing, you know?
Yeah, I know.
It was lovely. And I mean, you know, don't get me wrong. I did come out on top, so that helps.
Well, I had to leave early, so
You came out on top too.
yeah, I did good.
Yeah,
I
you did.
well.
You did very well.
Yes, I was definitely in the green.
Yeah.
There you go.
So, and then another comment that I got several times is a lot of groups play for pie, which is interesting. And I'm thankful for the commenter who told me what that meant. It means purse is empty. So basically they set an amount for the game, say $5. And then once somebody runs out, they keep playing. They don't have to pay out at the end if they don't have money. If they do win some back, then they can continue to play. But otherwise, you're not like cut from the game.
Okay.
So
Oh, that's
it's
nice.
very
Okay.
friendly. I mean, you'd have to play a lot of games, I think, to run out of $5. I mean, listen, I'm not against it. I'm here for that.
Yeah, just don't lose.
Yeah. Another thing that they do is they do a pot for wall games. So everybody throws in a dime or a quarter if there's a wall game, and either the next winner sort of wins big and they get that pot, or they save it up. And once they have enough, they all go out to lunch on that wall game pot. Or
That's fun.
I think
That's
that's
awesome.
fun.
I like that.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Yeah.
So there's the National Mahjong League rules, which we went over on how to pay out. But there's also a really fun house rules, right?
Yeah.
Which keeps it interesting and it makes it your own. You can adjust it to what you and your friends are comfortable with. It's just, I really enjoyed it.
I did too, but it was very easy to see how it kind of changes your gameplay a little bit, especially with stuff we've already talked about, not commenting on what other people are doing and, keeping that stuff to yourself or identifying dead hands.
That's our next section.
Yeah.
So yes, how does playing for money change the game? It totally does.
Yeah.
And it makes you realize that this game was made to be played for money. It was designed this way for a reason. Very interesting. So having, like I said, tangible representation of your success at the end is super motivating. I'm not as motivated playing for fun. In fact, I've said this several times. When we're playing for fun and we're getting close to the end, I am really rooting for somebody to win over having a wall game.
Yes.
I want someone to get that high, right? I can tell I'm not going to. It's getting close, and I will sometimes, and not often, but I will sometimes throw a tile to help somebody out because I'm like, I'm not ending this in a wall game. You take this. I think you need it. I would never, not for 25 cents. Right. Listen, that quarter is heavy. So there's more strategy there. You're going to play more defensively. You're not going to throw hot tiles. You don't want to be the one throwing the discard.
Right.
You're going to be more penalized if you throw what somebody else needs to win. One thing I will say is a tip that came up and I really appreciate it is that you want to keep safe tiles on your rack for later in the game, which I've not done a whole lot of. I do it sometimes.
And by that, you mean things that other people do not want.
Things that other people, it's a safe discard. Nobody is going to call for it. Everything's already been discarded. It's one of the ones at the end that isn't going to win the game. You're holding on to those because at the end, that's where it starts to get sticky, right?
Exactly. And if you throw them early, then it's potentially
you draw a flower towards the end of the game that you don't need. You're only throwing that if you're about to win, right? Or if somebody else needs it, you're not throwing it at all, and you are sacrificing your hand.
And I think that's in this gameplay. I think you end up sacrificing your hand and playing defensively a lot more because it's more worth it to not expend your money and lose than to
that's right
have someone else win.
Yeah, exactly. So it totally changes that. Also, stealing jokers. You are not trying to steal jokers. If Elizabeth had jokers exposed, and I knew that I don't even need that joker, but somebody else could take it and use it to their benefit. Sometimes I'll grab it and discard it just to be like, I'm not leaving that thing out there. But you don't necessarily want to do that for a couple of reasons. I don't want her to win without jokers because I'm gonna have to pay her a lot more.
Right.
I also, I don't want to I forget where I was going with that.
Well,
but
it's also you aren't as keen to have jokers in your own hand, so it's not.
That's right. I don't
and
want
of course,
jokers.
like you're good if you can win with jokers. Win. Do not not do jokers for but. It does make you think a little bit more of, do I want to wait and try to do it without it? As prior, I would have been like, take that bad boy and get these things, so it does make you think
Here's
a little
another
bit differently.
thought. What I have done several times is when somebody discards a tile that I need, but I already have that covered with a joker in my rack, right? So say I need 3 soaps or something, and I've got 2 soaps, or I need 4 soaps. I've got 3 soaps and a joker. So they discard that soap. It's safe. Nobody else has soaps. It's the last one. I don't really need it. I have a joker in that spot that I don't need to use anywhere else. And oftentimes I would just let that go. Sometimes I would grab it and then discard a joker just as a baller move. But honestly, if I am playing for money, I'm calling that, and I am exposing. I'm going to take the risk of exposing and letting people know a little bit more about my hand to get rid of that joker if I'm close, because I think it'll pay out bigger. So everything, all the moves that you normally make, especially it's like second nature now, right? Because you're used to just rolling along. I'm rethinking everything and how it's going to affect me in the end. So it adds a totally different element.
Right. And also with what hand do you end up choosing? I found myself going for singles and pairs 3 times.
Yeah.
Because I was kind of like, well, this might work. And I don't want jokers right now. And it just, with what I found myself going for those a lot more frequently than I would normally.
That's exact. Changing which hand I choose was a big one. What's more valuable versus what's more achievable? That's kind of when I'm choosing between 2 hands. And that comes up now, where before I didn't care about the value. It was which one am I more likely to achieve.
Right.
So that aspect comes up. Also, now higher risk equals higher reward.
Yep.
So you're taking bigger risks. You're going for more difficult hands, but it's going to pay out if you've got it.
Yeah.
And so those
baby, when it does. Oh, yeah.
Good. That's a lot of change, y'all.
I know.
Who knew? But I don't know. And then I'm doing less experimenting. So I think I would be more risky when I'm playing for fun. There's not a lot at stake. I'm not kind of one who, I'm not one that comes home and I'm like, I won 3 times. I don't know. I don't remember how many times I won. Like I played and I'm so happy. Right.
Right.
But a lot of people are. I think, though, I like to experiment a lot and go for, sometimes I'll be like, I'm only playing in this section tonight. I never play in this section. I'm doing that. And just to give myself a challenge or something to sort of like spark some excitement in my night, I'm doing something crazy. But I'm not doing that when I'm playing for money. I am looking at what I know. I know,
we're too competitive.
Yeah, I'm too competitive. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So
yeah,
overall experience,
I loved it.
I loved it so much.
And I would be down to try different variations and house rules and all that stuff.
Sure.
For higher, amounts, I guess. But it was a lot of fun with just the standard rules. I would definitely recommend trying that first.
Yes.
Just to kind of get it under your belt. But I'm going to play with my sister this weekend. I told her we were filming today and she was like, oh man. I was like, get your quarters ready,
Get
girl.
your quarters.
Come on.
Yeah. So for those of you who are hearing this and you haven't done it yet, I've been where you are. I know that, I just play for fun too. When you're playing for quarters, you're still just playing for fun, right? Like we're not ruining the game. I feel like a lot of people felt offended by the idea of playing for money. And I think you're looking at it the wrong way. I think it changes enough of the game to make it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more competitive, more defensive. And I strongly urge you to give it a try. I'm mad that we waited so long. I think you'll love it.
Well, and I thought it was going to be more complicated than it was, and it's really not.
It's really the 2 questions, right?
Yeah.
Did I
really
self-pick or did I win on a discard and do I have jokers, right?
Yes.
It's the 2 questions. The values are on the card. It really becomes easy once you do it a few times. And we brought the perfect amount. So I would bring $4 in quarters, 50 cents in dimes, 50 cents in nickels.
Yes.
That worked perfectly.
That did seem to be the perfect amount. So thank you to whoever told us that.
Absolutely. Okay, and I think that pretty much wraps up that segment. It was, like she said, less complicated, pretty easy to grasp.
But super fun.
But so much fun.
I have an idea for a house rule.
Oh, let's hear it.
So in blackjack, there are the progressive jackpots, so similar to throwing in for a wall game.
Yeah.
But potential, I know we talked about like the crazy hands you could potentially get, like right off the rip. Is there anything that is
right off the rip
more likely to happen that's kind of somewhere in the middle between getting your mahjong right off the draw and the wall game? Like, is there some anomaly that doesn't happen too often but still happens? Because we talked about the probability of getting mahjong off of the draw,
it's
and that's
very,
very
unlikely.
near impossible.
Yeah.
But
Right.
is there something that is more likely than that, but also still doesn't happen too much?
Oh my gosh, yeah. You can win very early in the game.
Okay.
But not, yeah,
that would be
absolutely.
a fun progressive then,
Oftentimes I get dealt something amazing and it can go either way. I can be so close. I can be a few tiles away after the Charleston and not win because I'm holding out for something, which is really silly, but it's like, I was dealt this, you know? So you hold on to it for dear life and you don't pivot early enough because you're holding on.
That's the choice you have to make a lot in Mahjong is do
Yeah.
I go for this thing that's more achievable that I have a better shot at, or do I go for this higher point, more difficult?
Yep.
But I
Prettier line.
Low.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So it's you're constantly having that thought. But I do think that the playing with money puts that more into focus.
Yeah, but there is a lot of luck involved where you can win maybe before, say, like if you win before the third wall is like if you needed to draw a line, and say if you win before the second wall is pushed out or something like that, that could be something
That'd be fun.
where you get
fun.
a bonus for winning that early or something.
That. Okay.
Yeah, a little side pot action that kind of rolls over. And I mean, how it works in blackjack is you got to pay it to play it. You know what I mean? It's like if you don't put money into it, then you're not going to have the chance.
So it's just kind of like an extra bet on the side. Got it.
And I mean, a lot of people, won because what they do in blackjack is like if you get a straight flush.
Yeah.
Right. Or a royal flush. Yeah. It's like it's the highest payout. So if you get dealt, King of Diamonds and Queen of Diamonds, and then the dealer's card is showing an Ace of Diamonds, you just hit it and you won. And it's like you pay $5 to win like 400,000. So that's obviously a high anomaly, but that could be fun.
But I can see how, I like that.
Yeah.
And there is a whole aspect that we're not going to get into on this episode, but there is a player called the Better, and it's a 5th player. And it's kind of fun because you're sort of on the outside watching the game, which doesn't sound fun, but you're betting on the game.
Yes.
Oh,
And
interesting.
you get paid if you're right. So
you can like pick a dog in the fight?
Yes.
You pick a dog in the fight.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can look at everybody's tiles.
So we'll get into the Better thing. We've never done
No.
it.
But I've read about it a lot.
Could you do that as league host
Yeah.
since you're not playing?
Yes.
And also, can you play for money while you're playing league? Is that just a decision that you guys make?
So we do not play for money. We play for points, which it's, I really do want to talk about the difference in playing for money and playing for points, because even though both of them change the game, they change strategy, they add some higher defense in the game. It is different because points, obviously.
Well, you're not paying out the other, you don't pay out from you.
You don't pay out from you. You earn your own points.
You can get dock points, but it's not quite the same.
And it's not,
Got it.
yes, we're not docking points for anything. We did that before and we didn't like it because people were leaving with negative points versus people who didn't show up. So people who didn't show up were higher on the leaderboard than those.
Oh, interesting.
And that just didn't make sense to us. So yes, it's interesting. I think that's something that we would love to get into eventually.
Totally. And I think we also want to do a whole segment on house rules, and various. And I've been getting some really great feedback on people with some cool ideas, how to play Siamese and do the Charleston and all this stuff. So let us know your thoughts and how you play with money.
Absolutely.
We'd love to know your little nuances. And
Yeah,
fun,
and if you've
fun ways.
never played and you're going to give it a shot, please tell us how it went. We want to hear if your experience is as fun as ours. We played with people we play with all the time, and it definitely changed it, and every one of us loved it. Yeah. So
great.
let us know. Okay, we want to get into tile tips now.
And a lot of this is kind of stuff we've covered previously and even previously today, but this is just kind of a rundown of how to, play and change your game of play and some just kind of tips of playing with money and what to look out for.
The first one I want to touch on is just an etiquette. So when you are playing for money and you are not the winner, please pay out swiftly. Don't make the winner ask for it. It's so gauche. Like it's awkward.
Right. And it is so simple. You should know what you owe. Like you shouldn't have to be like, oh, what do I?
It's simple. Do them. I mean, you can ask if you need help with the math. I think that's fine. But don't let them like calculate and ask everybody themselves. I think it's awkward and uncomfortable. And just like, don't be that player. Pull out your purse and start paying up.
It's like
people
Venmo.
get weird with money.
It's like, just send me the Venmo. Just don't make me request
I think we don't go higher.
I'm glad you brought up Venmo.
Oh, yes.
In the Mahjong That's It post that I made, I did say, I'm assuming playing for actual cash or change is more fun than just tallying up and sending Venmos at the end. And not one person was like, no, Venmo's fine. We do it. Like nobody does it. And that's not fun. Like I want my change purse.
No.
So I'm using my dice bag, put my change in it. My beautiful dice bag by Jen, our friend Jen crocheted us all these like unique, special, customized.
And that goes back to, analog versus digital.
Yes.
Analog. It's I want to feel the coins in my hand. I don't want to say, oh, I'm going to send you, $7 or whatever it is.
The origins of the game. I mean, that is where we got
the dots from and the BAMs from. The BAMs were a string of coins, right? The dots were coins. It's absolutely.
I mean, Hello. All right.
That's very
well,
cool.
I've got a few tips on just kind of
let's do it. I'm gonna sit here and drink and learn
defense because this is we've talked about how a little more defensive game. And as you should be tracking discards, this is really gets even more important when you want to know what's been exposed, what's out there. You just really want to know what you do not want to play and hold in your hand. So really track the discards and track people's reactions to different discards. Also count jokers. You want to know how many are out there, how many are visible on the table, and you want to kind of calculate your odds or other people's odds of drawing one. This is the dead hand, calling out or recognizing dead hands while playing with money. I mean, think about that's going to give you a total advantage. If you can eliminate another player, you're down to 3.
Yeah,
so it's
more
just,
tiles for you.
Exactly. Just the odds of that.
More odds.
Yeah. So that I felt that as we were playing. And I thought one of our friends had a dead hand and then I was like, oh, okay. But
we did sort of let it slide. Because, it's a friendly game. It was a close call. And now knowing how exciting it was at the end, I don't know that I know. I'm not going to let people slide anymore.
Exactly. All right. Yes. And then we talked about holding safe tiles, keeping those till the end so that you know that you've got safe discards and you're not just handing somebody the win when you get there.
Do not discard those hot tiles at the end, please.
Definitely. And also with the jokers, you might want to go with hands that don't need as many jokers or even that don't allow for jokers. It just doubles your cash payout. You just want to go for that if you can. All right. And also, to when you're playing with a group, as we were, establish kind of set limits. I think, that would have helped eliminate a lot of okay, we're playing for money, so we're not going to, if you mess up, we're not going to let it slide this time, establish that early.
So it doesn't become an awkward conversation during the game.
Right.
Yeah.
Because again, when you're playing for money, even 25 cents, people get a little testy.
It really brings out different personalities.
I know.
And also,
or clarify any rule variations before.
And how much money?
Yes.
Yeah. Everyone sort of be prepared to come and play with the same amount. I like the whole pie thing. Purse is empty. It's like everyone bring $5 and we're going to kick you out of the game. Just keep playing.
Well, and you can kind of win back in. You can
back
I love that.
Which I love. Exactly.
I like that a lot.
It's a lot friendlier than poker.
Gosh.
Why did I look at Marshall? And why did he giggle like that?
I don't know.
real quick, I did have a poker game recently I was invited to,
Yeah.
and I knew one of the guys, and we were playing, and the first hand, I kind of, went a little aggressive, and I ended up losing that hand, and then I just went on a heater for the rest of the night, and the guy that I had gone against, like, he bought back in like 3 separate times.
Oh, yeah,
and
for sure.
I won the night, and then that was about 3-4 months ago, and I haven't been invited back. It's like,
Yeah.
We're not inviting
Win,
him.
Yeah.
Not
Take all
that
that
guy.
money. Go, Marshall.
That wasn't fun
so
for anybody.
yes, but it was a great rush. I will
Yeah,
say, you know what I mean? It's like
yes.
there's, winning is great, but then when you get to collect the money and you
I
count it
love
up,
poker.
it's a ritual.
I know, and I
it's
came
a
home with
tradition.
my little satchel, and I was like, Clint, look what I got. It's like, yeah.
Did he get
That's
excited
He
about
did.
it?
He wants to play for
Yeah.
money big
He
time.
wants to raise the
We're going to do it
stakes.
this weekend. Yeah.
But,
He's
yeah.
been asking for this forever. So.
Yep,
That's
he
awesome.
sure has.
Here we go, Clint, just for you, buddy.
He's
Yeah.
ready.
All right. Well, that was
Perfect.
really fun. And I
That was
really
really
encourage you guys to
fun.
have fun with this. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
awesome.
yeah, yeah.
And I do think it is such the way the game is intentioned to be played.
Yes.
It just it's
Absolutely.
beautiful. It's a beautiful thing.
It works well.
Well,
all right.
That's a Mahjong for today's Tile Talk. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, may your tiles be lucky and your table always be welcoming.
That's right. All right. We love you. Bye. Cheers.
Cheers. Woo, this is so good.